Okay, so one of the nice features of Mac OS and iPad OS working together is that you can extend or mirror your screen display if you have an iPad. So the most important thing is make sure that the iPad is on iPad OS running the latest software and your MacBook, so regardless of what that is. So the first thing we need to do is if we go to System Preferences, so Apple icon at the very top corner and go to System Preferences. Once we go to System Preferences, you'll see down at the very bottom here we have an option for Sidecar. So once we click on Sidecar, now if you don't see that Sidecar, it may be that you're just not on the latest version of the software. So we click on Sidecar. It comes up with options here, and you can see it shows us a picture of the iPad. The first thing it shows us is we can show a sidebar. So it's a sidebar down along the left. It gives you a toggle selection if you want to put it on or off. It gives us a touch bar down at the bottom that we can put onto it. And then it gives us, we can enable double tap with the Apple Pencil if you have an Apple Pencil. So you can see here it says connect to, and it's telling us select device, and white iPad is the name that I currently have on the iPad that I'm using here. So I click on white iPad and it will take over the iPad screen, and you'll see from the video there and there you can see it. So if we go, we can now drag it across. So it's currently thinking that my iPad is on the right side of my screen. So if you watch when I drag over to the right, it's going on to my screen. So that's just the default location. So what we can do is we can go back to the System Preferences, and if we go to the display option down at the bottom, and it shows you the display options, but there's an arrangement section here. So if I click on the arrangement section, you can see that it has positioned my iPad on the right. Instead of me physically moving it to the right hand side, I tend to always use my secondary screen on my main Mac setup in the office on the left hand side. So my secondary screen's on the left. So we can just click it and drag it over and put it on the left. And then what that does is it recalibrates your screen. So watch when I move this across now. Now it realizes that my secondary screen is on the left hand side. So we can automatically use any screen. So if we wanted to use different applications like notes or calendar or contacts, we could open them up and we could put them over to the left hand side there, and we could have them on our display on this side. And we could also then be working on something else in the main window here. So it's a good way for someone, if you have an iPad walking around and you might be working from home and you want that extra wee bit of screen space, it's handy that you can put one display on the left, one display on the right, and you can have a different application working in each of them. You also have the touch bar actions on the iPad down along the left hand side here that you can use them, the likes of undo and your keyboard, them type things there. Okay, so a good feature. To turn it off, you just go back into your System Preferences, or what you can do is you can go to the display option, which will be up at the top, and you can stop your display then, and it will put it back to normal. Okay, perfect.